Welcome back to another episode of the Purpose Youth Podcast. I'm really excited to be on and have another little talk. We're with a special guest today. How's your week, man? How's it going?
It was pretty good, bro. Just work, school. Well, not school. Getting ready for school. Starts next week.
What's your favorite part about school, bro?
Honestly, just getting closer to, I guess, the next life. Well, not next life, but like the next step in life where you graduate and just start your career.
What are you studying, bro?
Mechanical engineering. That's what I'm basically studying right now. It's not what I want to study, but aerospace engineering is what I want to go for to become a pilot. And yeah.
Aerospace engineer, like flying.
Yeah.
Engineering, like to fly.
To fly.
Are you gonna fix planes too?
Nah, I want to fly them. I want to fly 'em.
You want to crash them and have someone fix them?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I actually started watching that movie you told me.
Top Gun?
Yeah. I started watching Top Gun, bro, and it was pretty cool. But then I got lost. I guess I need to watch the previous one.
Watch the previous one. It's like it reflects more on like the previous one to like the new one. You have to watch the first one, of course.
How many are there?
Just two. Just the first one, and they took about years to make it, bro. CGI just made it 10 times better than before.
So, what other like pilot movies do you like?
Iron Eagle was a classic. Midway was pretty good too. And that's pretty much it. Yeah.
So I've never heard of any of those. Like for real, bro. Like I've never heard of any of those movies, bro. But I trust you, man. If you say they're good, I'm pretty sure they are.
Oh, they're good.
But look at all these hairs, bro. That the dog left, man. But yeah, dude. So how long will it take you to start actually flying and stuff?
Probably about from now 6 years, because I still got to put in some hours to be flying. I think I have to get up to like 1,500 hours to actually get my commercial pilot's license, somewhere around there. I'm not too sure how it is now, but when I was doing the ground school here in Southmost Aviation, they said I needed like at least 40 hours to get my private license, and then take off from there to get more hours, basically.
And what are you gonna fly or what? Like just people and stuff or what?
Basically, yeah, just commercial airlines, just point A to point B, across the Atlantic Ocean, Pacific, whatever.
How many times have you been on a plane, bro?
Like lost count, bro. But I've been flying with my dad since I was like 4 years old. He had his private license, and now I think he's doing that certified flight instructor. So if he goes through with it, I guess I'll have a personal flight instructor, not pay a dime.
Yeah, you get that little hookup, right? Like yeah. So he flies. Like he
flies. Yeah, he actually does fly people around the island. You just have to pay for like whatever expenses there is towards the plane, and you get your little tour of the island around Brownsville. That way he can just get his hours done, and pretty much, yeah.
So a while back, my mom wanted to go skydiving, bro, and we went to where Mustang Island is.
No.
So I think it's by Port Aransas. It's by Corpus. You go to Corpus, and then you go to like another like town. And it's like an island too. So it was me, my mom, Bella, and Romaine. And we went, bro, because she wanted to go skydiving. And like, dude, we were in the garage, right? And for some reason, I thought it was gonna be like a big plane and stuff, Nah, bro, it was like a real small plane, and I think they had to be like this, like inside. Yeah. And like they were like this, and then finally once they got like up, they jumped off. But for some reason, I don't know, like I just assumed that it was like a huge plane, you know what I mean?
Yeah, like that the military cargo plane. That's what you were thinking in.
Yeah, something like that, bro. I mean, it was really small, dude.
Yeah, because basically something like that for skydiving in like a small town like that, they're usually just trying to make up some money, so they use whatever plane they have there, take off the back seats, just open up the doors, and there you go. 3, 2. They never jump on one.
Yeah, bro. It was crazy because like my mom's like 60 something, right? And for her to just like decide to one day randomly go and skydive, bro, and she when you're there, you get that little like should I go too type of deal. But nah, bro, I'm scared of heights, dude. I can't do it.
I used to be scared of heights actually, and the way I got over it is if you look straight down, like everything just seems further. But if you look kind of like at a 45-degree angle, you won't get scared.
I'll look straight now, bro. Like, like even when I'm like at the island, you know, when you're going on that bridge, like when I'm driving, dude, I'm like I don't want to look because then I'll get distracted. Or you know that intersection that takes you to like McAllen when you're in Harlingen. Yeah, when you're like in those, or when I go to Houston, like there's some crazy like freeways there.
Houston has some crazy highways, bro. Like they're high and they're always packed. It's like
Oh, bro, what sucks about it is when you're driving, you take the wrong like highway, bro. It'll take you like 2 hours to get back on track, dude. For real. Sometimes cause like traffic too, you know.
traffic is bad. Houston is about from Houston to Houston is about 2 hours. 3
Yeah,
hours.
for real. But yeah, bro. So once you finish what you're doing, you get your hours, and then you'll fly, and then that's where you want to stop, or like, what are you trying? You trying to get like the instructor thing as well, or what?
Well, I think commercial pilots make about $200,000 a day, so I think like that's like
A day?
no, a year. Sorry, as a
Yeah,
salary.
okay, bro. Like, forget the afraid of heights, bro. I'm down.
I'm down. Yeah, anybody would be down for 200K a year. I mean a day. Sorry.
A year,
Yeah, it's a year. It's a year. Sorry about that.
bro. So 200. But is there like risk? Like, do you think there's risk to that and stuff or
Well,
no?
it's just that you're always away from home. You're always on call. Obviously, the holidays are your busiest thing, so you won't be home for the holidays unless you request them off. But most companies will more than likely tell you no. Basically, you fly 8 hours or sometimes even almost a whole day. Just going
Who do you want to fly for?
Emirates in Dubai.
Oh dang, this guy's going to Dubai, dude. That's crazy, man. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff going on over there, right?
Yeah, lots.
So, yeah, I don't know, bro. I never wanted to get on a plane. I got on a plane for the first time ever in my life last year, bro. I went to California, and so I was reading the tips and stuff like that, right? And they say that you gotta chew gum for like or wear some stuff here, like the little protectors and stuff for your ears. But honestly, it wasn't even bad at all, bro. Like, we took off, and you do feel weird, I guess, when you're taking off. And then I forgot, bro. Like, I was watching videos, not like using the internet or anything, but I already had some videos saved on my iPad for that exact reason, because I knew that we weren't gonna have any service.
Yeah.
And I forgot, bro. And then I'm like, oh, like I want to stand up and stretch. And then I remembered. I was like, oh, I'm in a plane, dude.
Well, you didn't feel that. People usually say chew gum because sometimes in the older planes they didn't have that oxygen pressurized cabin, so like you can keep that same oxygen you have down here at a different atmosphere, and it's basically to keep the passengers comfortable. But you will feel sleepy because you're pretty high.
Yeah, I never napped though. But I did see a lot of people just napping with that little, the little pillow.
Yeah.
But yeah, those are too expensive, bro. Well, they were really expensive in the airport. I wanted to get one, but yeah, bro. That's cool, man. I'm sure you're gonna be able to get there, bro. Like, I see your determination and stuff. And besides, you got your dad to give you the advice you need and to help you with your tests and all that kind of stuff, right? Does he encourage you to do that kind of stuff?
He doesn't encourage pretty much nothing on me, but just to like trust God and not like doubt his plan or anything like that. And he most likely wants me to take my own path and where I want to do. And plus I chose aviation because like that's something I grew up watching, going to air shows and just looking at the skies. I was like, dude, I want to be up there one day. So yeah, it's pretty much.
There's this movie that I liked about like the plane. It's like, I think it's about a pilot that drank alcohol or something. You know which one I'm talking about? So it's this guy that drank alcohol. He took off. I don't know if he was drunk or not. I don't remember. But point is that like something happened where they're like doing investigations on him and stuff like that. And like he was like DWI in the sky, bro.
Oh, yeah,
So yeah. I think it's Sully or Sullen or something like that. I don't know. But it's a pretty interesting movie, bro. But yeah, bro. So you're gonna go back to school, and right now your classes are in Edinburgh and stuff?
Edinburgh, yeah, I'm taking like 3 to 4 classes. Yeah, 4 classes. One of them is here in Brownsville. It's on Tuesdays, and then the rest are in Edinburgh. I just don't want to drive all the way up there.
You're gonna have to though, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can take the shuttle, but I don't want to wake up early just to like go over there and then be there all day and then all drowsy. Nah.
Yeah, so how are you gonna get there?
I was hoping to have a bike by then to get there in like 15 minutes.
A bicycle?
No, like a motorcycle. Nah, I won't get there in 15 minutes. I'll get there like in a day. But yeah, just cut through traffic. But I have to take my mom's car, so I'll probably be there within 45 minutes or so. I still gotta wake up early.
I'd probably take you like an hour, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, because as soon as you hit like San Juan and stuff, like it stops, bro.
Everybody's trying to like go to work, and there's always that one person that always crashes, bro. Always.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. And well, today we just wanted to kind of like hop in and talk a little bit about, well, the topic that I had chosen was doubt, right? And just in general, like, I guess sometimes we question God, we question like situations that happen. I don't know if you've ever like been through any situations where you don't know like where these things are coming from, where these situations are coming from. Last time we spoke about how like I had some issues the last quarter of the year with my job and that kind of stuff. And yeah, bro, like sometimes life corners you into like being like, why is all this happening to me? I don't know. Have you ever experienced anything like that, bro?
I mean, pretty much, yeah. Doubt has always been like my worst fear. Well, not fear, but like my worst thing. There's sometimes I feel like I'm praying, and sometimes like there's just this feeling inside. I'm not saying there's like nobody's listening. I know somebody's listening, but I feel like he's just like saying like no, like don't ask for this. Like I got something better, and that's really mostly what it is. Cause like sometimes, most of the time, sorry, the answer is gonna be no, cause there's always something better. It's just a matter of like just having that faith and not doubting, cause where doubt comes from is from the enemy, of course. Fear, doubt, worry, like that all comes from the enemy. So, and that's not godly to have. But everybody's gonna like doubt at some point. But yeah.
Yeah, something you said was that like that you start like questioning, right? Like asking. But you're aware that God is never absent in your life. Like that's what you believe in, right? Like you think he's never absent.
Never absent, yeah.
Yeah. So I agree with you, bro. And I had asked some of the youth in class that same question, bro, because I just felt like sometimes it doesn't feel like anybody's listening, like you said, but is he absent or whatever? And my mom used to say this that when you're taking a test, like the teacher's quiet, it's not helping you, stuff like that. Do you believe in that kind of stuff, bro?
I pretty much, yes, because of course you're gonna get your faith tested at mostly all the times. Being a Christian is not easy. I'll tell you that.
What's the easiest part about being a Christian, bro?
Being a Christian, I mean, I think the easiest part is spreading the gospel. Like that's like the bare minimum, because like
That's the easiest?
easiest, yeah. Because spreading the gospel, I mean, back in the day, it would take hundreds of days just to get from one point to the other, just to like spread the gospel. But now we can do it in a matter of seconds with like this thing right here, just send.
Yeah, I saw this TikTok clip that some it was like a young kid, bro. Like I want to say he was probably like 11, and he has his basketball, and he's like, if I make this shot, I'll share the gospel with you. And he like throws it, he makes it, bro. And then he's like, all right, I got 30 seconds. Listen to this 30 seconds, something like that. And he just starts talking about God. And I was like impressed because one, he's really young, bro.
Yeah.
Right? But two, that was entertaining to watch. Like I don't know, like.
Yeah, it's as easy as that.
Yeah. Yeah, it gets easier to spread the gospel, I guess,
Yeah.
right?
Like nowadays, yeah, for sure. Because of course, you don't want to go on a ship, go to China. Oh, guys, Jesus died on the cross for our sins. Repent for your sins. He's coming soon. And then come back for another 100 days.
Yeah, bro. So, I mean, I agree with you. Like, I don't feel like God is ever absent in our lives, right? Even though sometimes there's no response or no quick response like we like, right? But yeah, like definitely, I think that doubt. Do you think doubt is bad, bro?
I don't think it's that bad. I just think it's like something that puts you to think, why am I doubting? And then you can find a conclusion why you're doubting and you can fix that. But I also think it's bad in a way because that doubt, if you're not like mentally like healthy, I guess it'll like just bring you straight down.
Yeah, so when I was younger, I was like 16, bro. I think doubt and skepticism is like two different things, right? I felt like when I was like 16, I was very much like a skeptic, and I was like more like wanting to see what God was gonna do type of deal, instead of like doubting like, oh, I doubt that He'll want to help me with this, that kind of stuff. So I do feel like skepticism is different, but at the same time, like, yeah, bro, like. It's to me, it's still to me, I feel like sometimes even when I doubt a little bit, like to me it feels wrong, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I totally get you. I mean, it feels wrong to doubt what God has for you, but to me, I'm like the person that like you like if I want to talk to God, I want him to talk to me like how you and I are talking. But I know it's just like in signs, and I'm like terrible at reading signs. That's why I always run the stop sign. Nah, I'm just messing.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, bro, like God, like a lot of people say, oh, God still talks through His Word, like which is the Bible,
Yeah.
and obviously He does. But you see, I feel like sometimes we want to like open it and see, all right, what you got for me today,
Yeah,
right,
yeah.
type of deal. But yeah, bro, definitely, definitely, I would say if anybody watching is going through some doubt, like it's okay, it's not the end of the world. But I will tell you this, like God never fails, right? And to me, it's better to see the outcome when I had faith than to see the outcome when I was like doubting. It just makes me feel a little silly, bro. Like doubting and then like seeing God come through the last minute as He always does, and take me out of like the situation or the hole that I'm in, and just put me in a better place. Like I think that it's better when I'm like, I knew it, like my God never fails me, instead of like saying, like I feel silly because I am thinking that God's not listening, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I saw an Instagram reel kind of like about that. It said something like, "While you're wondering, God is waiting. While you're waiting, God is working." And I think that pretty much applies to like the doubt, because if you're doubting something, He's just waiting for you to like just have that faith, that little extra faith, where you can like, okay, I got you. Here you go. And
Yeah.
the cup always overflows, bro. Always.
Oh yeah, for sure, bro. Yeah, and see, when I was younger, like, I think when I was younger, my mistake was that it was like, is like, is do I have faith or not? Like, am I doubting or not? Like, it was like very black and white, and to me, that's something that affected me because I had a little faith crisis, I guess you could call it that, when I was younger. I was 16, 17, and then if I would have asked God to, like, I don't know, show me a sign or do something for me, that kind of stuff, it would have been like trying to test Him, like, hey, are you real? Like, show me something, you know, instead of just having faith. You know what I'm saying? And I heard somewhere that it's like getting a hammer and just breaking like your faith instead of slowly deconstructing your faith. For example, have you ever like taken something apart?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, many times. I used to take apart like these the remotes for the TVs just to see what was in them. It was always like these green things and the wires, and I would never put them back, bro.
Yeah,
So bad.
yeah, bro. Growing up, I had this friend, and he fixed computers like crazy, bro. Like you take him a computer, and he's like, "Oh, this is trash. Like, but you can use this, you can sell this. Like, this is still good, or just buy this, and we'll switch it." And like, he was really, really good, bro. Like, he fixed everybody's computers there in the neighborhood, and he had like super crazy fast computers and stuff. And eventually, I was like, "Bro, like, how did you learn all this? Like, you're like, we were in the same grade." So I'm like, I've never taken a computer class in my life, and like, you're like really smart in this, right? Like, how did you do it? You know what he told me, bro? He was like, oh, one time I took apart like my computer, and it wasn't turning on. Like, I put it back together, it wasn't turning on, and I knew my mom was gonna kill me. So I took it apart again, and then I slowly put it back together until it turned on again.
I think that's pretty smart. I mean, in engineering we call that reverse engineering. Like you put something together, and something goes wrong, you gotta go all the way back just to find out what you did wrong.
What do you think about like reverse engineering your faith?
Sometimes you can go back to that faith that you once had, and then see what all the good things that happened there, and then when you're doubting, count how many good things are happening then. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I agree with you, bro. And I feel like if someone would have like oriented me that way, like I feel like I would be in a way better spot than where I am now, faith wise, right? Or like in the ministry or whatever. Because what I felt like was what I had heard about, like the whole hammering your faith instead of slowly reverse engineering your faith type. I don't know if I'm making any sense, bro. It's late at night already. But for sure what I'm trying to say is like seeing everything that God has done in your life and then taking it apart slowly, carefully, minding that you're going to need it back is way better than just deciding and sticking to a decision that you have bad faith or trying to question, trying to get God to like prove himself. That kind of stuff I think can be a little bad for you later in the future.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, you couldn't have said it any better.
Yeah, bro. So to me it's like I know what it is to be like young, and I know what it is to be like in school and have your job and that kind of stuff. And to me it's really hard, bro. Like I feel like it's very, very hard, especially now because of social media, especially now because you can use your phone for anything. You have like a lot less like human interaction, that kind of stuff. And to me it's like it's harder for you guys, but at the same time, like it's important for us to share with the younger crowd, the younger generation, like what didn't work, what worked, That way you guys can learn more. And plus, I mean, I think that's something that didn't work for me because I never tried it. The whole taking your faith apart, like slowly to really understand, to really see like where you stand with God and that kind of stuff. But yeah, bro, for sure, I think the best thing to do is to just practice faith and to practice trust. Like a lot of preachers do the trust fall when they're talking about trust, and then they have somebody like fall and stuff like that. And in reality, like that's really what we should be doing, bro. Like just trusting God, because God's never gonna let you fall, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think when he told one of the people in the Bible, he told him just walk to me. He was like in the middle of
Peter, yeah.
Yeah, in the ocean, and he's like, just don't look down. And I think he looked down and he just.
Yeah, bro, for sure. And I feel like Peter sometimes, dude, because living by faith is hard, and then just you're doing so well, and they're like, wait, why am I doing so well? Like, what's gonna happen next?
All of a sudden, everything starts going into place, and then I feel like some people get too comfortable, and then God has to like kind of humble them once again, take them back to square one, and that's pretty much what most people go through. And then they're like, oh, but I guess it was just luck, and then they go back to like doubting. But it's just a matter of having faith, and you can thank God before, during, and after.
Yeah, sometimes it's hard to like. Sometimes it's hard because it's our own mind that separates us from like God, right? Like when Paul said, like, who will separate you from God? But it's us, bro. We're the ones that separate us from God because nobody else will. Yeah. And how do we get separated from God? Because you start to like lack faith. You start to not believe. Aside from sin and that kind of stuff. But yeah, bro, it's important to get these kids, or to just in general to get anybody watching to understand that. Because you gotta just stay strong in your faith,
Yeah.
But yeah, man. We just wanted to hop in and talk about that, and pues hopefully next week we get to, I don't know, sit down with somebody, have somebody on, and just ask questions and see how we can all just share some stories.
I think that's a great idea. We should totally get that somebody in here.
Yeah. I mean, if you guys have any idea on who we should talk to, let us know in the comments. We'd love to just hear from you guys, and thank you for watching again. We hope you all have a great week. God bless you guys.